Auntie? Auntie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you got dragged down into this. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. There was more of us. Mama, Daddy, brothers and sisters. All of them dead. Just me. Just me and Auntie. People told me it was a disease in the blood. I didn't have it, but family did. Killed all of them. I couldn't save none. I lived. And all about me was ruin. I lived. And now I still live. There ain't nothing could kill me. Auntie wouldn't let him see me at first. Said no one could know. But I wanted to help. I wanted folk to be well. I thought it would lead to salvation. Auntie said ain't no one deserved me. I thought it wasn't about deserving. If I could save, I would save. Auntie was the one who bled me first. Said it wasn't right for me to bleed myself. She had the needles and she said the words. People came from all over to see me. The ones who believed, and the ones who didn't. When they left, they all believed. I was a little girl when it started, doing what I could to help folk live after the family died. I wanted the world to be my family. They came to me again and again. It didn't last. It didn't keep them whole. They needed to be whole. They needed to be well. The people who came to us thought we was crazy. They couldn't believe what I could do. Thought we was lying. I liked showing them we was real. I would hold their hands, and then hold their faces. They looked at me when my blood went into them. I would see their eyes clear. I would see their mind open. I would see them wanting more. I got scars up and down my arms. Doctors thought I was an addict. But I wasn't the addict. I was the addiction. I could hear their thoughts. It was faint, a feeling, a whisper. Now it's loud as sin. They called it the precious blood, the wonderful blood, the spirit and the water and the blood. I had so much to give. It made me sick. Auntie wouldn't let anyone see me for a month. Wouldn't let me give myself too quick or too often. She was my daddy's sister. Looked after us when it got too much, like we was her children. She was the only one left after me. They would wait outside our trailer, one after another, coming inside, holding out their arm. One kissed my feet after. Auntie didn't stop him. Before I left, I gave Auntie a piece of my hair to keep, so she would remember me. She kept it in a bottle, told me I'd come back to her some way. A little braid of hair, that's all she had left of me. She kept it with her even when she died. She held it to her heart as she starved. Out of my heart flowed rivers of living water. And they drank, and they drank, and they drank. I hear their voices in my head, all of them. What they were, what they became, what they did. They burrow into their hidden places like rats, dragging trash to line the walls. I would have helped them. I would have helped them all. It didn't matter who they were or what they wanted. It's in the blood. It moves through every heart, every vein. They breathe it. They think it. They called it the trance. That wasn't what we called it before. It wasn't a trance. It was a bond. Their friends, their families, their neighbors. It wasn't supposed to be this way, but it was always there, under the skin. The ones who suffer most, the ones who carry their sins, they're happy to do it. They want to do it. Killing just to keep themselves alive. I've seen them do it. I feel it every time. The way the teeth sink in. They forget who they were, or they want to forget. They pull out their own remembrance and leave them out to rot. Some of them might have been nice once. Nice, but not kind. I learned the difference. Their smiles are like needles. I've seen them. They smile with all their teeth. It was my blood first, then their blood, then all the world's blood, waiting for their teeth. No one would believe it. They wouldn't believe it till it was happening. Till it was happening to them. They did what I did, but made it all about them. I gave it, and they take it. It rests in the heart. That's where they can hurt. The last place they have left. It beats slow. They make their own worlds in their head. They take all the pieces they want and push out all the pieces they don't. They like it when the others kneel and beg and bow. They know what it's like to beg. They look up at the sky and think there's nothing that can stop them. Think it's all laid out for their teeth. They're wrong. They want the trance. It feeds them and makes them think there's nothing in the world but them. That there's nothing in the world they can't take. They took my hair. They took my mouth. They took my eyes. I went deep into the part of me they couldn't take. You thought the best of her, Chuck. You believed her, like I did. It ain't your fault. I forgive you. Take me sailing, Chuck, when this is all over. We can still go sailing. We're so close to shore. I hear every hollow word he says inside my head. Every word. As if he's with me now. He doesn't stop. Even when I'm dead. They said that I would save the world. They said so many lies. They thought I was a fool. And I was. I was. He was so gentle. His hand in mine when the needles went in. A word of comfort when I couldn't sleep. Just like I was his own daughter. He saw me like he saw an open door. He wanted to walk through me. He wanted whatever was behind my eyes. He never spoke a word to me. He didn't have to. He read from pictures of my brain, from drops in my blood, from how I moved my eyes. She asked me how I felt. I told her. She asked me what I wanted. I told her. She asked me how I hurt. I told her. It was him. He found me. I let him take my blood. He never let go. He'll never let me go. They put me to sleep like a dog. They didn't want to see me sick, so they put me down. They said they'd wake me up. I never woke up. There was voices, and then shapes, patterns, butterflies and bells, keys and clocks. Down the rabbit hole. It got worse when I died. It was like slipping into too warm water. It was like opening my eyes. I can still see their faces, standing over me. If I had died, it would have been over. They would have had nothing. But I didn't die. And they have everything they wanted. She saw me as a knot to pick at. A problem she thought she could solve. Just like everyone else who came to her. Just like everyone else she lied to. She didn't want to look at me. However, everything is under her eyes. Now everyone is forced to listen. I wasn't even human. They didn't want a human. They wanted a body full of blood, all carved up for them. They thought they had no other choice. It was me or them. They chose themselves. They always choose themselves. His hand in mine, his words in my ear. We'll save the world, you and I. But I need you to trust me. No one knew about me. Just a few. A few that could turn blind eyes and keep lips tight. A few that was hungry. A few that was afraid. It was her idea to kill me, cut up the goose that lays the golden eggs. I tried to die for him, but it didn't take. That was the first time I saw the sea. Pretty, sparkling, boats out on the water. Take me sailing, I asked. He said he would. When I first dreamed of the butterflies, I thought it was good. A sign I was doing right. I was wrong. I heard a bell ringing. The sound was so sweet. A bell ringing like the voice of an angel. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought the key was to open up a door, not shut it tight forever. I was a fool. A clock ticking, always ticking until it stopped. I didn't understand. That should have been my first warning. I saw the sailboat bobbing in the water, moving fast and sure on the waves. I thought it was a promise, but it was just words. I don't know what they did to me. I don't understand none of it. The words they used, and the names they called me. They kept me in a little room. It got smaller and smaller every day. I could feel it. I felt every drop of blood they took. I felt what they did with it. I felt how they used it. I didn't know anything then. I see everything now. Everyone that's dying. Everyone that's suffering. I wasn't the first to die. I wish I'd been the last. I'd never left home. I'd never left the family. They took me away from everything I knew. They were monsters on the inside. Now everyone can see their true face. The people here don't know what they're doing. They're afraid. They'd do anything to not be afraid. brought out the violence in all of them. I brought out the anger and hate. Forgive me. There's nothing I can do. Nothing but watch. Nothing but this. I was kept away, hidden, locked up tight. It got worse when they closed my eyes. No one knew but them. No one knew but me. I kept on living. I live in all their bodies. I live in all their blood. I can't stop living. There's no death for me. Not yet. Even if she could hear us, she can't speak. And when this is over, she'll never speak again. There was a bedtime story, a fairy tale. The goose that laid the golden eggs.